In this lesson, we will be looking at adverbs. We'll be looking at adverbs. Remember, we've been looking at the series of word classes, and we looked at nouns, we looked at pronouns, we looked at adjectives, and now we're looking at adverbs. So by definition, we're going to ask ourselves, what is an adverb? We will say that an adverb is a word that modifies a verb. We need to underline this. An adverb, we need to underline this, and an adjective. Okay, so three things that an adverb modifies. Remember, to modify is to give more details. Okay, so a word that modifies a verb, an adjective, or another adverb in this case, although I've written it in the other way. So let's look at some examples. We can say, for instance, that she cried softly. She cried softly, or we can say he ran fast. Okay, fastly actually, fastly. He ran fastly. So we can see in example number 1 that in this sentence there is she, the pronoun, there is cried, the verb, and softly in this case is telling us how this person cried. That makes softly the adverb that we're looking at. In this case, it's the adverb that modifies the verb cried. The same applies to he ran fastly. So fastly is an adverb that is modifying the verb run. So an important point to note is that adverbs answer these questions: how much, how often, when, and where. So let's see if we can count these ones. 1, 2, 3 for how often, 4 for when, and 5. So if you have a word in a sentence that is somehow answering any one of these 5, then most likely that word is an adverb. So let's look at the how question. So how, we can say, for example, she slept softly. She slept softly. In this case, we can see that softly is answering the how question. In other words, how did she sleep? Notice I've not said how did she slept. It's how did she sleep. And so we are saying that she slept softly. This then makes this the adverb, when we look at types of adverbs, of manner. Adverb of manner. Adverb of manner in this case. How about, for example, when? So we can say that he fainted yesterday. He fainted yesterday. Okay, the question then that we can answer regarding this: when did he faint? Okay, he fainted yesterday. That makes yesterday and any word that answers the when question an adverb of time. Adverb of time. We can look at also others like where. We can say that he ran downstairs. He ran downstairs. Okay, downstairs. The question again we are answering is where. Where did he run? Okay, he ran downstairs, which makes this an adverb of place. An adverb of place. An adverb of place. Or we can look at some of these. Let's see, number 3, how often. So how often, we can give examples like they're a religious family, so they pray daily. They pray daily. They pray daily. In other words, how often do they do this activity of praying? They pray daily. this makes it an adverb of frequency. So don't worry about some of these terms, adverbs of manner, adverbs of time or place or frequency or whatever, because you find these in the notes below. And we can ask, for example, which one haven't we used here? Okay, so I'm going to wrap these and then answer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's one more that's remaining, that's the how much. So I'm going to wrap this and then give the example. So for how much, okay, how much, we can say he ran he ran fastest, for example. Okay, so this is answering the how much did he do the running. We are saying the answer is he ran fastest. That makes this an adverb of degree. So there's different adverbs that you need to be aware of. That's the adverb of manner, the adverb of time, the adverb of place, the adverb of frequency, and the adverb of degree in this instance. So one more thing to note about adverbs is that adverbs are made by adding the suffix ly, usually made by adding the suffix ly to an adverb. Notice that an adverb, rather to an adjective, like we said in the other lesson, is that an adjective modifies, okay, nouns. So when you add ly to an adjective, okay, what you are forming is an adverb. As to what type of an adverb it is, it depends on which question it is answering. So thank you very much for joining me in this lesson. You can check the notes below and also do the exercise that's been given. I'll see you again in the next lesson. Thank you.